And joining me on the line all the way from Nashville, folks, it's great to welcome back to Flow, Troy, Kemp Katrina Burgoyne. G'day, guys. How you doing?
Hey, mate. How you going?
Hey, Clayton. Good to be on, buddy. Thanks for having us.
I'm doing okay. Do you get to hear g'day much from people? You know, is that a word that when you hear it, you sort of stop in your tracks?
I love hearing a good Aussie accent, so anytime someone wants to chat on the radio from Australia, I am there.
Yeah, we don't hear many g'days, man, and very often. It's funny, man. In the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks, I've had maybe 2 or 3 Australians just be out in randomly out in the audience, and they've come up and said g'day, and I've just nearly fallen over backwards just to hear it, man. So it's always good to hear it, and thanks for giving us one.
Always happy to, anytime. Now, I need to ask, as I was driving in this morning, I was thinking about the questions to ask you, and one that sort of hit me was when you were back in Australia, you were back here, and the first time you heard one of your songs, the very first time you heard one of your songs on Aussie radio, how does that compare to the first time you heard it on Nashville radio?
You know, it's different. I think the kind of Nashville radio I've personally been played on is like community, small radio stations. So it's not like, oh my gosh, imagine if we got on like one of the big stations over here. That'd be amazing. But haven't been that blessed just yet. But it always, no matter what country or what place it is, to hear your own song on the radio, it's always that buzz. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're playing us. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. For me personally too, it's I'm the same, man. Like I haven't had any sort of radio love over here as yet with anything. But to be honest, mate, a little while back, maybe a year or two ago, I threw one of my songs over here on a bit of an advertising campaign. I got one of my songs called Small Town Girl from my album years ago over here and put a bit of marketing money behind it. It ended up on like nightlife, you know, jukeboxes in hair salons and all different things. And, you know, my video even sometimes jumps up on the big screen at Jason Aldean's bar down on Broadway in Nashville, and I've had people send me photos of it playing it, you know, in Toby Keith's bar and grill in Las Vegas, and I'm just like, that's insane. So it's pretty funny to see yourself on video up somewhere, you know, on the screens in America. But we're still just hoping that this new song of ours actually, you know, lands on some good radio stations over here, and we get to hear it for the first time sometime.
It is a good little song before summer starts to fall, which is as we're about to start summer, so that doesn't matter. It's still a great little song. I do have a bit of issue with it, though, to start with, so we need to get to address that. You say it's not summer.
Our producer's in the room listening, so be careful.
All right, and it could be just be an Aussie-American kind of thing, you know. But anyway, you'll get the point when I get to it. And it is this, that you sing, Troy, that it's not summer unless it's key lime pie and lemonade. Now, seriously, mate, back here, if it's not pavlova and beer, like, we're not even talking. So what's going on? What is a key lime pie? What is that?
I would love pavlova and beer.
Yeah, I mean, nothing says summer like pavlova. I can't even spit it out. I can't even sing it, dude. It's not going to work. Pavlova and beer, cold beer. I don't know. It just didn't feel right.
And
it's Dewey's new. I guess for us, man, you know, we're trying to appeal to an American market over here, so we're just, you know, we're throwing stuff like that in there. So to anyone that we offended back home, we're sorry. If we probably should have put pavlova and beer, we'll make sure that the next one's all about that.
I mean, you didn't even mention about getting branded by your seatbelt or anything. I was waiting for all these references about summer.
I didn't even think about that. I tell you what, that happens over here too. The leather seats where you get your bum a bit burnt when you go to sit in your car.
It does happen. And with the song, one of the lines I love about it was, it's been a long year, and it's something that all of us can relate to, especially those that have been in lockdown for a long time. And to me, it's just a song that, we've all had a bit of a tough time. Okay, for you know, summer, it might be ending, or for us, it's about to start. But we just want to get together and have a bit of a celebration and just throw the hat off and just be down there by the beach as it is in your video clip and just enjoy something that we took for granted, I guess, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, you know what, it's been a long year. It has always popped out to me in a song. I think that's the only Australian addition we put into that because summer over here is mid-year.
Yep.
Did you ever know that, Troy?
Yeah. But you're right. You're so right, man. It has been a long year for everybody. You know what I mean? It's even been a long year for us over here, and we know what you guys have been going through back there, and we're happy to see that, you know, it's getting back to normal, and you guys are getting out of lockdown back there. So a lot of our friends and family have been, pretty miserable. So, mate, yeah, we can definitely relate to that, and we felt it was a pretty important line to put in the song.
I think, too, just bring a little bit of summer and a little bit of fun back home, for the people who couldn't, or in lockdown. If we could bring them on the beach for a little moment, then that was our goal, to just bring a bit of joy into people's life.
Well, I think the song certainly does that, and the video clip does as well. And Troy, what's going on? There's no Akubra, mate. I thought you'd be wearing your Akubra in the clip. What's going on?
Oh, man, I'm getting all sorts of sticks from Aussie stuff today, aren't I? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. To be honest, I didn't have an Akubra over here, and I didn't even have a hat. I literally 3 seconds before the video clip said, "Oh my God, I don't have a hat, and I want to do something." So I jumped onto Amazon.com, mate, and I ordered myself anything that looked beachy, and that's the best I could find in a rush, mate. So we called it. It was my Kempy Chesney look. Kempy Chesney, they were calling me. So
yeah,
but man, it's it did the job. It did the job, and yeah.
Yeah, sorry for picking on you, mate.
I'm even from Kempsey, mate. I'm from the home of Akubra hats. I'm a Kempsey boy, so I should pull my finger out next time and make sure that happens.
I'm sure that will happen for you. But I love the clip down by the beach. It was bringing back memories and something that I'm looking forward to getting to. So I know when folks see it, they'll be wanting to do exactly the same as well. So how did it go filming it? What was it, a beach near where you live? Where was it done?
You know what? We actually had, when it comes to filming music videos, it's always one of those things like, how do we logistically make this work? But Troy's wife, Alicia Kemp, she got on and booked us all flights and accommodation, and we got on the plane at 6 a.m. My boyfriend Steve Kinney, he produced the music video and the song, and the four of us went on a little staycation in Florida. Wasn't much of a vacation because we were working and filming the whole time. But yeah, it was good to get to the beach. I'd never actually seen the coast down there. I'd never seen what is it called, the Gulf Coast?
The Gulf Shore. It's called the Gulf Shores, Clayton, and it's about 7 hours away from Nashville. I mean, we're totally landlocked here. The closest thing we get to water is Percy Priest Lake. And everyone goes out there for the summertime, but it's nothing like the beaches back home, So to get down to Florida and get to the Gulf Shores, it's a different. I mean, the beach is beautiful, but it's like a big turquoise blue lake. There's no wave, unless it's a bit windy or something. But we found a really cool spot down there at a beach we're down in an area called Destin. Is that what we were called? Yeah, Destin. And we found a pier down there that just went out over the water, and we just thought it'd be nice to shoot under the pier. And we had a lot of people on the beach that day, so we just had to sort of ask them to politely get out of the way and give us our spot on the beach. And we just jumped around like idiots for about 2 hours and filmed ourselves 100 times singing the song. And it all looked pretty good in the end. Steve did an amazing job, and we pulled it together.
It's a great little clip, and I just sort of wonder at the end there, that wave that sort of got you while you were having that drink, did that catch you by surprise?
Yep. That's very authentic. We were all sitting and Steve was out of the water filming us, and we were having a moment doing whatever. And I think it even caught Steve by surprise, who watched it all happen. And it was like, oh, we're all under.
Yeah. It wasn't even a big wave, Clayton. It just had enough power to knock us all down, and we had to try and keep our drinks in the air and made us laugh. And that shot would never normally get in the video, but it just looked so funny. It became the last shot of the clip. I think it was a perfect way to finish it.
It was. When I saw that, I just cracked up laughing. I thought, that is brilliant. That just, to me, summed it. Well, that is it. That's it. It was kind of the Aussie twist I felt that it needed. And just that little Aussie thing. Loved it. And just on, you guys are in Nashville. What's the camaraderie amongst all the Aussie artists that are based there? Are you all, do you just see each other occasionally? Or how does it all work? I'm just sort of curious about it.
I feel like we're always hanging out with the Kemps. Somehow we're all hanging out always for something. So that's pretty lucky. We've actually found out that Troy and I are actually cousins since he moved here.
Oh, wow.
But we all hang out. But, normally all the Aussies get together. If it's Australia Day back home, we have an Australia Day party. Or even last 4th of July, we had a 4th of July party. And it was the most funny thing. All us Aussies are trying to light these firecrackers for 4th of July, and I tell you what, we would have looked like little 10-year-old kids that got given the ones that won't blow your hand off.
Yeah.
We were in the driveway, and wouldn't even get a metre high, our little crackers, and next door neighbours are shooting these big fireworks that you'd see at the local show.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, Clayton. There's a good community of Australians here. You've got, obviously, Katrina and myself, and Carl Wachner and a buddy of ours named Michael Edgman. You got the French family, Stewie and Camille and their kids, and Sonny French, and then you've got Christy Cox and Travis List, and we all get together. We all stay in touch. Sam Hawksley's over here, and obviously we all just collaborated together and released. I Still Call Australia Home a few months ago as well. Yep. So we're doing our best to sort of all stay in touch and look after each other, and we all sort of try to get together around the holidays just to sort of be company for each other. And I think we're all lucky to have each other, to be honest, over here, man, because it can be it's a big town, and it can feel pretty lonely at times. So I'm personally feeling pretty blessed to have friends around me that I know.
Well, you mentioned Christy there. I spoke to her a couple of weeks ago, and I asked her about what she missed from back home, and she said it was Cooper's Pale Ale. And so I said, when she gets back here, we'll make sure we've got some for her. So what do you guys miss from back home?
Oh, you go first, Kempy.
What's that? I miss Cadbury chocolate. I miss Cadbury chocolate. I miss Kentucky Fried Chicken that tastes good, because I don't know why Kentucky Fried Chicken doesn't taste good in Kentucky, but it doesn't. And what else? I miss good Chinese. I miss the beach. Miss friends and family, first and foremost, mate. And now Katrina.
You know what? Cadbury Dairy Milk Chocolate is it. And my mum, of course. I'm a mummy's girl, so I do miss my mum. But also, like, saladas. I love salada biscuits, and I really miss having, like, a cracker. You can put... I miss a cracker.
I miss good bread as well, man. The bread over here isn't very good. And good coffee. The coffee over here is pretty bad as well.
Okay, one thing I really miss is hot chips on a fresh bread roll from the bakery.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
God, Clayton, you've just opened a can of worms here, man. It's all food. It's all food, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just feeling hungry for something.
I miss that as well.
Yeah.
Who does barbecues better?
We miss you a lot too, brother. We miss you a lot. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm just feeling hungry for hot chips on bread, which I haven't had for so long.
With so
butter. Oh, yeah, that thick butter, and it melts. Right. Oh, okay. Focus. Just
focus. Okay,
focus now.
Salivating.
I just want to know, who does barbecues better, the Aussies or the Americans?
Barbecue's different over here. They call barbecue like a
grilling. Oh.
It's called barbecue. You go, hey, do you want to eat some barbecue, which would be like a brisket. Smoked or they kind of cook their things differently. But you know what? It was only the other day when I saw someone with a real barbecue, like we have them back home. They all do the charcoal grill.
Okay,
Over here, which is, I don't know how that works. I'm looking at one right now at my apartment complex, and I have no idea how to work the charcoal grill.
You just put the coals in and you get them fired up, and you put your meat on top. But I mean I think Australians do better barbecues, buddy, to be honest. They like Kat said, a barbecue over here is a style of what they cook, the way they cook food, like they'll cook brisket or they'll slow cook meats or pulled pork and things like that. It's absolutely amazing.
They don't do a sanger on a piece of bread.
So they don't do a sanger on a piece of bread, with tomato sauce and some onion, you know what I mean? So, so now I want that as well.
Yeah.
I want that.
Sorry about that. But just...
I want a Bunnings sausage sanger.
Oh, yes. My tummy is rumbling and making noises it shouldn't at the moment, and I'm trying to keep it quiet. What you guys are you actually doing shows and getting out and doing that at the moment? They're just starting to happen here now. But how is it that sort of side for you, and what's coming up as we head towards Christmas and the New Year?
Yeah, I mean, we are both, Troy and I are both gigging our little butts off, It's a different kind of show, though, here. I mean, we both play a venue called Puckett, which has a few little restaurants around town, some in Nashville, Franklin, and just around the area. But we actually show up there for free, and we play purely for tips. So we could go to a gig and walk out with, like, sometimes we could be surprised. We could walk out with $500 sometimes, but then sometimes we could walk out with
$5.
$5, yeah. And a free meal.
And a free meal. And actually, Puckett's is actually a barbecue-style restaurant, so I can walk out with some ribs or pulled pork or brisket, so that's good. Yeah, but I'd say, I'm also playing gigs, man. We're both also playing gigs down on Broadway. Like there's a lot of artist bars down on Broadway. Jason Aldean's and Luke Bryan's and Miranda Lambert's and Blake Shelton. So we're sort of frequently playing shows there, and the shows that we do down there are like 4 hours straight, and you're just up there. You get no breaks. Those gigs may have a little bit of a base pay, $100 or $200, and then the rest is just tips, because there's so many artists in this town, man, that if you don't want to take the gig, then they'll just give it to the next guy, you know. So you just got to take what you can get, and the culmination of doing, 5 or 6 gigs a week is hopefully enough to pay your rent and buy some groceries and get you through to the next week, you know. So we're just doing that right now, but we're also doing a lot of songwriter nights where we get up and, play our own songs, and hopefully that somebody important will hear them.
Yeah.
We both throw together bands, or Kat's done more band shows than I have, but, the next step for me is trying to get a band together and trying to hit some stuff like that. But up until Christmas, man, it's just gigs and doing what we're doing,
Yeah. Sometimes the colder season here, because it's so cold, Nashville kind of almost, like in January, February, Nashville's very quiet. So send some prayers this way, because it might be a quiet winter, I think. But, it's all good. We just keep hustling, keep working, and hopefully one day we get our lucky shot.
And it sounds like Nashville's agreeable to you, just quietly, and just from what you're saying to me, and you're loving, even though it's not an easy thing you're doing, it's a battle, but you're just loving it, and I can feel you just love it, and you wouldn't want to do anything else.
It's so interesting, like the gigs, the gig quality, sometimes you do a downtown gig for 4 hours with no breaks for $75. And, but you know what, back home in Australia, sometimes you'd be singing cover shows for 3 hours. You'd have breaks, but you'd be sitting underneath the football on the TV, and no one would really care if you're there or you're not there. Whereas here, it's just a different kind of feeling, Everyone comes to Nashville to hear music, and we kind of, it's exciting. It's harder work, less pay, but you feel more topped up for it for some reason. It's that people just love music.
They love music. They love to listen to the songs. They love to come and talk to you after the show and tell you how much they loved a particular song. And that's all it takes, man, to keep you going. It just feeds you and feeds your energy. And the town has just got so much energy and so much vibe that you can't help but just get caught up in it and just love it. And I've never been so excited, Clayton. Like, I'm so excited to be here. And it's just like the fire burns harder in me now than it ever has. And it's probably the same for Kat. Kat's been here for a few years longer than me, and she's doing great things in this town. And we get out, we have hard days, like she said, but the other gigs are great. We do private house parties. We might make $2,000 for it, and you're getting your name out there, and people come just to listen. It's a really cool thing. They'll all sit there, they're dead quiet, and they just listen. They hang on every word that you're singing, and that's pretty cool, man. It's not it's not a whole bunch of guys in blue singlets and drinking DB and asking for K-San, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yes. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And then, so you've done
not
this song.
Not to say there's anything wrong with that. We do miss those guys as well.
We haven't seen K-San for a little while. I'll be happy to sing K-San one more time.
It is a good song, but beside that, you've got this song, Before Summer Starts to Fall, we're going to get to hear shortly. Is this a taste of other songs that you guys are going to do together? Because your voices go so well, the vibe and the energy I see in the video and what I hear, it sounds like this should be not just a once-off, this could be a regular thing.
I love working with Troy, so we're always hanging out concocting some kind of crazy thing. So you never know what's in the cards, for sure. It's always good fun collaborating with people you love hanging out with. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm in for another one anytime she wants to do it, Clayton. So, you'll just have to write to her and just hustle until she caves in, okay? I mean, I think we should be a duo, but I'm in too many duos as it is. So, but I've really enjoyed the process. It's been great to do this. Steve Kinney, her partner Steve, just did an amazing job, and we were lucky to have Alicia on set, my wife, and she became my love interest in the video clip, and she stole the show, and she's amazing. So it's just it's great, man. We love working together, and I would definitely not rule out doing another one together down the track. So stay tuned and watch this space, mate.
There's definitely going to be more vacations in Florida as a group, because we just had a blast.
Yeah, and if we do any more, mate, you'll be the first one to get it, okay?
All right, I look forward to that. It's coming, folks. It's coming. It'll be in the new year. I reckon it'll be around February we'll get the new one. I've just got a feeling.
Definitely. It's all going to be pavlova and beer. That's what it's called, pavlova and beer.
Now, just before I go, just going to your website, and I noticed, Katrina, you've got some merch on there, but Troy, sorry to have a go at you again, mate, but there's no merch. What's going on? I want to plug your merch.
No. What's that? Yeah, mate, my life has just been about spending money to get here and survive.
Yeah.
So the next thing I need to do now is turn around and actually start getting some merch and pull my finger out. So thanks for kicking my butt on radio.
Yeah,
That's great.
Because I like to give everyone a plug and to promote their merch and that's what I wanted to do. And I went, oh, he hasn't got anything. I was hoping he'd have something
Troy's
cool.
bad at it. Yeah, no. So thanks, man. I needed that little kick, so that's good. There'll be heaps there next week, I hope. Yeah.
Sorry, Troy.
I'll get Katrina to pay for it. We're sweet.
I'm just as broke.
Oh, dear.
We're both broke. So if everyone could stream the song in their sleep,
Yeah.
without a starving musician, that'd be wonderful.
For all you wonderful people out there listening to Flow FM right now, please play our song at least 20 times a minute or a day.
Every device.
Well, we're going to do our bit to play it for them right now. Troy, Katrina, thank you so much for spending time with us on Flow. Good luck with everything. We're loving the song. The Flow listeners are going to love it, and they're going to love it right now, as I'm sure they turn it up. And check out the video, folks. You'll enjoy the video. But thank you so much for spending time with us on Flow. And if you could please introduce the track for all the listeners.
Hey, guys, this is Troy Kemp.
And Katrina Burgoyne.
And this is Before Summer Starts to Fall.
Nothing says summer like key lime pie and lemonade. Cruising top down and in the wind, doing that thing when you're making waves. Feet on the dash, feel the heat from the blacktop. Headed for the coast for one last shot of a little taste, a little getaway before the season change. Yeah, the winter turns to spring, but before summer turns to fall. And you're sitting on the couch and wishing somehow you could go back to it all. Let's look up the good times, sunshine before taillights start to fade. Skinny dipping in the moonlight, just like beach bum renegades. Dial up your album for a minute, throw a margarita in. Spin a senorita on the dance floor. Let's make it out.